Morning. We're using our B4 show you here. It's in development and I'm forward testing it this morning. It is our Ichimoku, one of our Ichimoku indicators in our Ichimoku trading tools. Let me zoom that back down. It is, you can see it here on our 3-minute chart on the lower left side here. We are basically bearish at Ichimoku. That was a pullback position, so we guarded it tight. Having a little issue.
Order filled.
This morning, I'm just in a sim account here, and the sim account's having issues, so it's triggering me when the strategy would enter, so I'm manually entering there. That's what you were seeing here. So bear with me a little bit in that regard. We're in a choppy area, guys. Be careful. And the other thing, everything we're doing this morning is for educational purposes only. So since we're in a choppy area, and we're coming down to a major support area right here. And that was a volatility adjusted virgin point of control. That could act as support right here. I went ahead and guarded that position. One good thing about my system with the unfinished auction here and the delta divergence, if I do guard that position, it will likely get me right back in. So I have the best of both worlds. I can protect, guard my profits, and have high probability re-entries. Kind of gives you the best of both. We are looking at our Ichimoku right here. Those of you who know me know that I love our Ichimoku. That's what I look at for our forecasting. It's a very big part of my trading and the education that we teach in the AMP class. We are loaded short here. Look at the price curve. What is the price curve? That's price in relation to the cheek out. What's going on? The cheek out trail is following basically the price curve right here in a little bit larger fashion, but basically the same thing that you see here. What's happening here at the price curve? Price is chopping, going sideways, drifting, not really a large movement. What is price doing right now? Well, you look at the cloud. The cloud is going sideways right now. Both lines, the Hane lines of our Ichimoku, of our cloud, are going sideways, and these are going sideways. They're forecasted to continue going sideways. What does this trail say? Possible sideways movement, then a pull up into here, and then a large drop. Let's see what's going to happen there. This could pull up into and come to a Kijinsen bounce. If that does happen, it usually happens at about 26 candles after our TK cross. We understand that from our system and from our KISS dots here, the price was supposed to touch the Tenkan-sen at 9 candles. It touched a little early here, touched the Tenkan-sen and got a continuation to the downside, an impulse again to the downside. We're looking right now at it probably being some choppy waters right now, so I'm not going to enter some of these trades right now. We're at 4,000 here. I'm going to wait a little bit and wait to see if these show you lines start facing a different way. If these Hane, and the show you and the Hane, these are Hane lines. These are the Tenkan-sen, the Kijinsen, the Senko Span B, and the Senko Span A. Hane meaning half price. If they start facing in one good thing about these lines, they're dynamic. And if they start, now they are a little lagging here because it's NinjaTrader and it's on rendering. So it's at the last bar. It's not on the current bar live. But they are dynamic in nature. We are continuing down, and one of our principles for re-entry with our KISS dot methodology is re-entering past the last KISS dot. So there's an unfinished auction there. We should have entered again.
Order
I'm going to go
submitted.
ahead. I'm probably going to miss that. I'll
Order
pull it
filled.
into it. We should have entered it a little earlier here. It's been signaling us for re-entries here all the way through this, but I've been talking. Anyway, we're at the session low, as signified by the cyan dashed line you have right there. That's part of our strategy. Plots that out. Since we're at the low here, we'll go ahead and take that. We just want it to pay for itself. If it continues going on, my system should get us back into a position. No
Stop
big
filled.
deal. Like I said, you could minimize your exposure, maximize your potential. Hey, yes, pulling back. Did I want to take that heat of it pulling back? Probably not. If it would have just started going, then I would have been in position for that. We will place a resting order. That's another thing with our Pro Trader setup right here. You can place resting orders. Where are we at with our lower B4 indicator? We're right here in the edge of our little chop zone right there. I just laid out a little zone here. 1 to 1. That's kind of your continuation area where you'll see a lot of bouncing. If you get into a choppy day, it'll kind of chop in that area.
With YouTube.
But anyway, I was going to draw some other zones here between 2 and 3 and between -2 and -3, but I got distracted here. Let me pull this up. I got to look at one of my secondary charts here. Okay. According to Ichimoku, we are loaded to the short side. This is a good opportunity for a breakout to the downside. If we do get that little break to the downside, how much of a
order filled
move do we expect? Boom. We'll take that right there, measure this, pull that over there. It could look something like this. Looking at our big picture here, we don't see any immediate volatility adjusted points of control, virgin points of control. So no threshing floor here. I mean, it's got a good bottoming potential here. So zoom that back out. We're using our B4 footprint as a volume profile over here with a 30-minute chart. I took the footer off of it to clean it up, use it as a profile. We're in a good position right now to guard profits, protect that capital. Guys, just a friendly reminder, everything we're doing this morning is for educational purposes only. Good bearish potential here for a great move. We measured it here. With a few little Ichimoku principles.
Stub filled.
We're going to go ahead and walk that. What you see right here on the side, these little red and yellow right here, this is our L2 profile. You got to have level 2, but you can view level 2 information, buyers and sellers in the market right there with our L2 profile.
Stub filled.
Okay. Looking here, we still have some room here. What we do with our lower B4 indicator, guys, -3 is a good on the oscillation, is a good oversold. +3 is an overbought. And with these B4 bars, especially in the 210 and the ES, that works very, very well. We are pushing extremely hard at this. We may push all the way to our target before we get any pullback or retracement rather. That will take us all the way to our go long. I don't have our algo up here, but that's one of our measured areas of support right at 66, 63. Or 69, 63 rather. So I'm not really feeling that short right there. I got out earlier. I'm happy with that. We're getting close to where my KISS dot should start firing again. And it'd be time for it to pull back to the Kijans. They haven't started firing yet, but they should here in a minute. What are my KISS dots? That's over here on our Ichimoku, which you'll see over here. I'm building our Ichimoku Shoyu into NinjaTrader. I'm porting it over to NinjaTrader. I have it pretty much where I want it at. There's some other stuff I have to fix on it. But that's it here. This is a demonstration of it right here. You'll hear me all the time talking about my Shoyu dots on our Shoyu. When I'm doing these lives, this is what I'm referring to. I have it over on our NinjaTrader now. It's in our Trading View package, and I'm porting it. Hopefully we'll have that in your guys' hands pretty soon. It still has an issue. It flickers whenever I drag the chart. You'll see that there. All right, that would have got us into another short signal. I'll go ahead.
Order filled.
Now, guys, this is risky, guys. It may push all the way to our target here. That's the only reason I went ahead and did that. And we were pausing for a long time here. Usually one of the little techniques I use too is whenever we pause for a long period of time on one of our 210 bars, I usually jump on the trade when it breaks that bar. Usually there's enough time in that move to at least lock in gains. This case, we are extended to the downside, so got to be a little careful here. I'm looking at the numbers. I won't let that take out 500 of that. I'll just go ahead and put it there, put it at a 4K even number if that takes me. All right, it's working out. It's dancing on the dance floor there, giving me some room. I'll lock it in, make sure it's good. Guys, where's our target? Right here. Why do I say that's our target? It's an Ichimoku principle.
Stub filled.
That's good enough for me. Good enough for the girls I date. Let's zoom in on that. Where are we at? We're at negative 3.1. Where do I say price usually goes? To about negative 3. That's good enough. Now I have the option to here with our show you. I could with our system. I don't want to take that trade. I could turn off short signals, turn on long signals. You can very well do that with the system if you want to. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it because it's not actually taking our trades. I would be careful entering this short. Yeah, it could make it down to our target. And I believe it may. But I enjoyed enough of that. We pull this back down. Any questions? We have guys in our Discord as well. Every Friday, typically, if I can, I don't trade live on Fridays in our rooms. I just come out to the public here on our Discord channel. And this morning, showing some of this in the YouTube channel here. This is how we use our system. One of the principles we look at here is, again, that would have got me in. I don't want, this would have been successful here in this part of the trade. It's just too risky for me. You still have heavy hand market participants entering the market, selling off here. From this perspective here with our volume profiling, the next target is way down here. So you got some opportunity in here for the short side, but I would expect some buying to come in first. And this is why I didn't want to enter this short position. Okay, we can take that. I'll go ahead and I don't usually use the buy and sell signals here. That's an unfinished auction to the upside. Guys, again, you have to trade at your own risk. This is not trading advice. This is not a copy trade session. My KISS line fired. Which means we should be going back to possibly KISS the Kijisen. And this on this chart though is only here. What would that look like? Possibly coming back to our zero line. We teach with our zero line on our B4 indicator. That's the place to where your pullbacks or your retracements typically come to. And then you usually have a continuation or a bounce from the zero area. So I kind of outlined that zone right there. When we get in choppy waters, you'll see that 1 and 1 and -1 coming into play whenever you're going sideways, doing end patterns in a sideways market. So I draw a little zone there sometimes. Keep that in mind whenever we are seeing that action. When the cloud is going sideways and we're up near the zero line in our lower B4, I pay attention to those. Price is moving fairly nice today. This is our PTK signal from our show you. It's an Ichimoku signal that nobody else has. That's one of my discoveries. And the heavy hand market participants agreed with it too. You can see these unfinished auctions and this delta divergence coming into play here. So if you want to know how to trade with the money, with the smart money, you hear everybody talk about these smart money concepts. There's no better way to trade with the smart money than to use order flow, guys. We're getting an open space I got to work on that. I got a little too much space in there. But that's an open space signal in our Ichimoku.
Stub filled.
Like I said, the good thing about our system is I can easily manage my risk. I don't want to take this pull down, so I tightened up my position. I don't want to take that risk, knowing that we have high probability re-entry capabilities. So get the move, tighten up on it. Don't have to take the pullback if you don't want to, and let the system re-enter you. I'm still favoring the bulls here, even though we're coming into our cloud. Boom, that should have bought. I'll go ahead and buy it. My expectation is for that. Let's see where we're at here. We're above the zero line. Hey, we're a little high. We're a little high. I may have to take some heat on this one. Where are we at with the numbers here? Let's not take any more heat than that. It's going to flip us. That would have flipped us here normally, but I took that live as a market order. Normally our system would have went ahead and flipped us here, because I have it as opposite signal to reverse, but that was a market order, so it's not gonna, it doesn't affect your non-strategy orders. I won't take any more heat on that. Excuse me, you guys. I'm tired here this morning. Stayed up working on this show you indicator all night. Burning the midnight oil.
Stub filled.
We're at 4,600. Using 3 contracts. Boom, that would have took us short. We'll go ahead and sell it.
Order filled.
Again, guys, I have an issue with this account right here. It's not letting it take those orders. I'm not going to change that out. I'm not going to go back and fix that. We're just demoing the system this morning. You could tell when it would enter and exit. You're seeing that. Right here in this chop zone, right here on our lower B4 indicator, you know, it's hard to call it right here. Overall, I think we're bearish, but do we have some more upside potential? Yes, we do, because we could come back and touch this, and come back and touch this Kijinsen, and we haven't touched this Kijinsen yet. So this could get a little ugly. I don't want this to risk me lower than $4,000. So I'm going to tighten that up. And I would probably shut it down right here if this were live this morning. If it takes me out at 4,000, that's probably where I would shut it down and just stop for the day.
Stub filled.
Yep, and I would shut that. Boom, we'll come right here, pause the strategy. All right, guys, any questions? We got our live trade room right now. It looks like it's going to come on back up and touch our Keygins in here. We got our kiss dots firing. What that signifies is, okay, we have not, we're in the timing of the market. We're in the time of the market when it should come up and touch the Keynesian. And where is the Keynesian going to be at that particular time? Well, we're looking for 26 candles. It's supposed to touch by 26 as an average. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it touched at 9, where it was supposed to. 11. Wait a minute. Let me get back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're expecting it around 26 for it to touch the Keynesian here. Well, where do we expect the Keynesian to be? 1, 22, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this is a little off. This is another. So when I'm porting this, I haven't figured out how to make this actually static instead of dynamic. So it's hard for me to use that aspect of it. But somewhere up in here. That's another little error I got to fix when I'm porting this. I was going to hand that over to Barb, let him take care of that. He's the professional in the room. But this is our show you indicator. It's flickering right here. I'm still working on it. Let me showcase that a little bit. Guys, it is a crude rendering. I'm still working on it. And it still it has a huge amount of data in it. And so it does flicker a little bit. So I got that to fix. And I got to get these lines straight, these tags straight here, and this show you dots in scale so they don't scale like that. But anyway, this is our show you indicator. And it's a very special Ichimoku. It has a lot of features that most Ichimoku does not have. You guys that are with us every day know that how much I teach the Ichimoku principles. Our expectation is price to come up in and touch here somewhere. And then that being a potential Keynesian bounce, or if it breaks over this flat Cinco span B and this flat Keynesian, then a reversal. But price came down to our measured move. What was our measured move? Here. Close enough for the girl's eye date. How did we get that? We know the principle that's taught in Ichimoku that price typically moves in a series of N waves. There's one leg, I wave. I wave makes a V. That's that last impulse. Keynesian bounce, Tinkinson bounce right there in our 9 where it was supposed to happen at. And continuation to the downside. What signals do we have turned on in our system? I have my show you right here. I'll show you what it can do. We have different system signals that will actually trade in the, we have different entry methods. that will trade automatically in our CoPilot Pro. We have a TK cross, a cloud breakout, a pre-TK signal. That's one of ours. This ABC pattern, that's one of ours. This Keijin bounce, this Chikao cross, 3-line break, Kumo twist, flat Keijins and break, Tinkin flat, Keijin flat, open space, DL cross. This is one of ours, or any signal. We have those options for the system to actually automatically trade in the CoPilot Pro for you. This DL cross right there, this is one of our signals. And there it is right there. Right here. This would have been an entry, which you'd move that 26 periods forward. That would have entered you short right here, right before the open space fired. So that was a entry that would have triggered in the system here. And this is where you would go long here if it crosses here. Now remember, we said we were supposed to pull back, touch the Keijins and buy here. This is where you decide whether it's going to be a continuation or a Keijin bounce. Where are we here with the lower B4 indicator? We're what I like to call high on the hog. We're up at 2.59. Does it have some more potential to the upside? Yes, it could come back up to this point here, where the flat Keijin's at. It could break through. If it breaks through, that's what we expect it to do. It has enough room that it can make it up there. That would put us coming. So there's that 68. Or here, 69.85. 69.85. Boom. 85. There we go. Yeah, right there at the bottom of our E target. If it breaks, it could come all the way to our E target. The reason why I say that is this line right here, which is our volatility adjusted. This is, again, something that is exclusive to B4. It is a volatility adjusted point, virgin point of control. This is something that I came up with. It's one of my discoveries in footprint trading, volume profiling. And you'll notice when those happen on a 30-minute chart and this 210 chart, they are very powerful. I never trade against those. All right, the B4 is folding. The KISS line is firing. The system would have got us in short had I not been talking. If it did, I'd be a little cautious. We still got a potential to push a little bit more here. But I got the system turned off intentionally. This is a little bit of a little gray area here. It may or may not work out here. This is a little risky. It's set up right, but there's still more meat on the bone here. It could flip back up here and come on up to 3 and then come back down. Especially since I'm looking at the show you dots and there's a potential for them to cross here. So I'm sitting out right now. Oh, excuse me.
Interesting. It'd be good to get our hands on the
Show
new
you.
charts that you're developing. And,
Yeah, we're gonna get those to you guys as soon as we can. We got some little, as you can see, it's a little raw here. It's got some more development has to take place to it, and a little testing and everything. But we're gonna get it to you guys.
Yeah, brilliant, great. Well, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll be back next week.
Thank you, Paul. Have a good one, man. Thank you for your time. Yes, sir.
Cheers. Bye, everybody.
Bye now, buddy. All right, guys. I think that's going to be it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If there's no questions, we'll definitely entertain any questions. But if there's no questions, we're going to go ahead and shut it down.